Do you guys ever feel like you're holding it all together for everyone else? And the one thing you hoped would give you relief doesn't? You're showing up, you're honoring your plan, you're doing everything right, but the freaking scale won't budge. And then to top it off, real life is freaking lifing. Welcome to the Lose Weight for the Last Time podcast, where we ditch the diet drama and make weight loss fun. I'm your host, Laura Conley, certified life and weight loss coach. And today on the show, we are checking in with Megan for her third Drop 8 Diaries session. She's just 7 days in. Now, you guys are listening, I don't know what it is, like 12 days in, 11 days in at this point. But she right now is just 7 days in. We're going July 1st to July 31st. And she is going to attempt to lose 7 to 10 pounds using the Yummy Mummy method. So we're going to check in for her on her 7th day. And she's not just navigating a tough moment on the scale in this episode, but she's navigating grief, parenting, and the weight of trying to be the strong one for everyone else. We're asking, what if the path to real relief isn't pushing through, but letting go? And how to stay committed when life gets really, really hard, when life is lifing. In this episode, you'll hear us talk about 3 powerful themes. Number 1, how honoring your emotions can help you honor your protocol. Number 2, why letting yourself have the pity party might be the most productive move. And number 3, how strength can look a lot more like a vulnerability than control. Oh, you guys, this episode was so good. It almost had me in tears. You are going to relate to Megan on so many different levels. And you guys, if you have been around for a while on the pod, you have heard me talk about you want to lose weight while life is lifing. You do not want to lose it in a pristine container because then you will not have the muscles to keep it off when life starts lifing. This is actually one of my favorite times for people to commit to losing weight for the last time in July, in August, and then going into fall, and then going into the holiday season, because life is going to life. And you've got 6 months to practice to get your muscles to where they need it to be. So get your walk going, get the dishes going, whatever, get your drive, because you will hear so much of, I'm guessing, what you're going through and Megan's story. Plus, there's a raw, beautiful moment where we uncover what it means to truly feel, to keep going, but to go forward stronger. So if you're in the middle of something heavy, if you're wondering how to keep going without falling apart, or maybe learning the art of falling apart, this episode is for you. Stick around. Oh my God. Okay, Megan, let's dive in. It is like 7-ish days in to the Drop 8 Diaries. Tell us what's going on. Tell us how you are, where you're at, and tell us like what coaching you might need.
Okay. All right. I'm just going to be really honest. I'm having a pity party right now. I'm in the middle of like this halfway pity party, and then me hearing myself have the pity party and going, stop, like cut it out. Okay. So let me back up. I'm still up a pound, and
Okay.
I have 7 straight days of honoring my protocol to a T.
Okay.
I am not shocked I'm up a pound. My period's starting. I had a little treat, my once a week treat yesterday. So I wasn't like totally shocked this morning. But to be honest with you, I am like emotionally drained. So someone in the family is dying. And my oldest understands what's going on. My youngest does not. My husband has been there with her. And I'm like holding everyone's emotions and I'm drained from it. And then the fucking scale on top of that. I'm like, couldn't this little piece of metal give me a break? Like,
Yeah. Cut me some slack. I'm holding it all.
Yeah. And like I said, I mean, it's like, I know there's other stuff happening too. I've been working out a ton, so I'm sure there's something going on there too, like water retention or muscle gain or whatever. But I'm also in like this, I don't know. I'm just having a pity party. And then I'm
Yeah.
like, stop it. Like, life is good. Like, so maybe I'm just not actually having the pity party. Every time I start,
Yeah.
I like cut myself off and I'm like, move on. Your life is good. These are like champagne problems, you know?
Yeah. You're talking yourself out of like what's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's definitely your homework. Go have the pity party. I've been there where I like need to have the pity party and then I'm like talking myself out of it because I'm like you shouldn't have a pity party. But it's so ironic that the pity party actually is the path forward. Now I don't recommend you have a pity party for 3 weeks,
Right.
right? But like letting yourself be frustrated, be disappointed, be mad, be sad, be angry, be overwhelmed, whatever it
Yeah.
is probably like the next right step.
Yeah. I like immediately now I'm like, okay, but when? Because I can't, I have to be strong for my kids. I have to,
Mm,
like, I don't want them to, I don't want to add to their emotions.
mm,
I don't want them to feel unsafe. I don't want them to feel like,
mm,
because it is bringing up some stuff, especially in my oldest, about like, what if I lose you? What if I lose dad? I think just death is
yeah,
hard when you're 10. It's hard
yeah,
all the time. It's hard at
yeah.
any age, but and so I don't want to add to that stress for her
Hmm.
or for my husband.
Yeah. Yeah. So how do you feel when you're like, I have to be strong?
Um, honestly, like I want to break. Like I don't want to be.
Yes. Oh
But
my God. I feel for you.
yeah.
Well, now would be a good time to let it. You're like, when? I'm like, now. Um, yes.
um, yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and I just want to challenge that. Like, it's so well intentioned to be like, I have to be strong. I have to be the one. And I just wonder about that. I'm not going to talk you out of it, but I have to be strong. And it just then makes you feel like you want to break.
Right.
Then I just wonder too, like, what happens when you think I have to be strong, but it sort of makes you feel a little bit more wobbly? Then what do you do or not do?
I
Like,
think
how are you showing up with your family right now?
I think pretty well, all things
Yeah,
considering.
yeah,
This is definitely the first I've had any
yeah.
sort of visible, you know. Um, yeah, just my husband does not like the emotion of sad.
Mm,
And but he's actually showing it, and so I really want
mm,
to support him in that because I know that is so hard for him to go there.
yeah, yeah.
And so, you know,
So you feel like, okay, he's sad, so like I can't be sad too.
I've got to
You can't
balance it. Yeah.
I gotta
Yeah.
balance it. Yes.
Yeah.
So I think that this is so well intentioned, and like I just want to like give you the biggest like mom to mom hug right now because it's so hard to navigate this and hold it all. And also, I just wonder if we've inherited a belief around I have to be strong. There's not allowed to be two sad parents because what is that going to mean for my child, right? It's like
Right.
so well intentioned and I have to be strong. I have to hold it all together. I can't let her see because then she might not feel safe.
Right.
And I'm like, I wonder if that's true. Again, this is a very personal choice. You get to decide, as does everybody, how they want to parent their children. But for me, like, do I do I want to have like a knockdown, drag out screaming match where I'm insulting my husband in front of my kids? No. But is it maybe a gift that I show them that I'm sad? Like, is it a gift to maybe even bring language to it. Like, I'm sad and it is safe for me to be sad. It's safe for you to see me being sad. This is a normal human emotion. Personally, for me as a parent, like, I want to pass down the message that all emotions are allowed and safe. Because again, I think that our culture has handed us like, you have to be strong. But what message does that send to our kids when then they're the parent? Like, I
Right.
don't want my daughter to feel like she has to hold it all together when she genuinely has the truth underneath the surface that she's sad. It seems like we're protecting our kids, but I just want to invite you to question that.
Yeah. And there have been moments like, especially as one of them breaks down, like, I mean, I cannot even watch like a Disney World commercial without coming to tears. So like
Yeah,
there's
you know it's
definitely
right under the surface.
right.
Yeah, it's
There are
right there.
definitely moments where, I've kind of I have broken down but I think where I'm at now is like, okay, but I don't want it to be prolonged. Like it's okay to have those moments. But like, all right, your 45 seconds is up. Like you're like
Yes.
now make it okay. Now be the strong one.
Yeah. And that also like opens the question for exploration around what does strong mean? Like what does that actually mean? And what do I want it to mean? Like again, this is just my belief, but like being vulnerable is the greatest strength, I think. And like being true and honest is the greatest strength.
Yeah.
Bringing context and language that's age appropriate for our kids, yeah, totally necessary. I see that. But I think in our culture, we swing from one end to the other of like showing emotions equals weak. And I'm like, maybe, but maybe showing emotions equals strength. And maybe that's a gift for our children to see. I know well, my mom is having a hard time, and so is my husband's mom. And it was my birthday. I shared this on one of the Yummy Mummy Masters calls. And my husband did not get me a card for my birthday. And I love cards. And he just didn't get me one. And I just cried like the entire night. And I was just like so pissed at him, but what happened was it was the key that unlocked the flood of emotions that was just at the surface about my mom,
Right.
right? And I actually at the end of the day, I was like, "I am so glad you didn't get me a card because I had to let this go." And there was no hiding it because it was my birthday. So my kids thought we were gonna like all hang out, like I couldn't go. I actually think that that is a little bit scarier if we talk about like what's scary for kids and what feels safe for kids. Like I actually think it's scarier if we're like putting ourselves away. Like if
Yeah.
I was up hiding in my room on my birthday and I just added context to it. I was like, I'm just so upset about Cece because she's sick. And then I did bring language later, especially to my daughter around like we are very healthy. Like mommy and daddy are very healthy right now. And you are safe in that. And you can bring that to your daughter too if you want to. But it was actually it was a huge opportunity for her. Again, my son was a little like clueless because
Yeah.
he's around the same age as your younger daughter, but
Yeah.
he was a little clueless. But she was there and it was really cute. She wanted to fix it. She wanted to be like, Daddy, can't we just like go get mommy a card? And I was like, Luna, what ended up happening is like, I'm just really upset about Cece. And again, this is a normal human emotion. And again, I think our culture is so afraid of death. And in other cultures, it's so cool to learn about how they experience death and what their beliefs are. And something that I want to impart to my kids, and again, personal choice, is that like this is a natural part of life. And can we hold it with reverence instead of like it's bad and it's not something to talk about? Because then that's when like we feel afraid to share it.
That's what's scary for them. Yeah. Like there's
Yeah.
this thing we can't even talk about.
Hey, babes, I just wanted to pop in here and invite you to Hot Mom Summer, where we're going to get hot, happy, and lose 10 by Labor Day. I'm going to take you through exactly what we're doing with Megan in this 2-hour virtual retreat workshop. Go to lauraconley.com/10, TEN, And grab your spot to this workshop. We've got 2 times, one on July 21st and one on July 25th fit and one on July 25th. And you're going to want to be there live because when you come live, you get the bonus of a one-on-one coaching session with me, which is literally priceless. I do not sell these. So grab your spot. For podcast listeners, you can enter the code podcast to get the workshop for free. OMG. This usually costs $97. So get in there. We're going to create your custom plan that you actually love. We're going to unblock everything that's blocked you in the past from your weight loss. You're going to learn the hunger hormone hack and the self-care system. I don't know what is better than all of the above. So head to lauraconley.com/10 and I will see you inside Hot Mom Summer. Love you, babe. Anyways, I know this is like not super dialed on weight loss coaching, but I really think that this is so great that this is coming up because this is what the Yummy Mummy experience is about. It is a holistic program where we are coaching on everything because you don't lose weight in a vacuum or a pristine container. Life is happening and you want to lose weight when life is happening. And oftentimes this gets a little weird and a little woo, but when we're holding so tight, like I guarantee you, once you have this pity party, the weight's going to release because there's this energetic hold. Like you're holding so tight physically, energetically, emotionally that when you, it's like you have that same release physically, energetically, emotionally.
Yeah.
I bet.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, before we got on, I was thinking like, okay, like, I'm back and forth between like, all right, it's been a week. Like what? Like I've never had to wait this long. Like,
Ooh.
there's that. And then I'm also like, but it's been a week. So then I started looking back at like where I'm journaling what I've eaten, and I'm like, oh, but you weren't super hungry there, and yet I see you ate a cheese stick or whatever. And so then I'm like, wait, now I'm like punishing myself for not doing something that wasn't even on my protocol. Like I didn't even tell myself I was going to do,
Yeah.
a specific portion size or a hunger scale or anything, but I'm punishing myself for not doing the thing I never said I was going to do.
Oh, that's so insightful because that is what our brains want to do. It gets a little diety. Like it's like, oh, well, I wasn't perfect over here, but I didn't even set that rule to it's like we take away these gold stars that weren't even there in the first place.
I
right?
literally wrote down in my journal like 7 straight days of 100% honoring my protocol. And then I wrote down my weight and I was like, maybe not 7 straight days. Like I immediately just.
But it's honestly, but it's true. Oh, yeah.
And that's not, my homework was specifically to celebrate.
Okay, so like, I mean, I know you don't want to celebrate right now, but like to be able to celebrate when you're not getting the scale wins is a skill that you want to have. Like you honored your protocol 7 out of 7 days and your family's going through a really hard time. Like no one does that.
Right. Yeah.
Literally no one does that.
And I would not have in the past. Like I would have leaned on, a brownie or something. I would have.
Yeah.
That is progress. That's growth.
Yeah. That's huge growth. And I promise the scale will catch up. Right? It's like we were talking about it last time. This is like the next evolution for you. Like the first wave of weight loss for you, you had challenges for sure. I remember them. But now you're being gifted a different set of challenges for which you'll get stronger because of one of like, you're not like you guys. So when you get down to the last several pounds, sometimes you won't see a scale win for 2 weeks and it sucks. But that's where you get really strong and you're like, I'm going to honor my protocol anyways, even if I don't get the hit on the scale. And it's perfect practice for maintenance because maintenance, when we get to our dream come true weight, people are like, what are we going to do in maintenance? I'm like, we're going to do the same thing that we've been doing the whole entire time. And the thing that sucks about maintenance is you don't get the hits on the scale. You have to give yourself those hits inside your mind of like, I'm awesome. This is just what I do. This feel so good to be able to just go shopping in my closet? Doesn't it feel so good to like feel good on in my body on the pickleball court or whatever? You have to remind yourself, you have to give yourself proactively those hits. So this is really good progress. Now, there's only two reasons that we talked about this too. There's only always two reasons you're not losing weight, but I don't think you're not losing weight. I actually think this is a time where we need to let the scale catch up to all of the hard work
Yeah.
that you've done. And then we check in a couple days. And if we get to like day 10 or 11 or 12 and you're still at the same spot, then we have a conversation around, do I need to tweak my brain to get my brain to honor my protocol? The answer is probably going to be no, because you've been honoring your protocol, right? Or do we need to like shift my protocol? But I am going to go back to like allowing yourself a little bit more space to be true to your emotions and your human experience, whether that's a pity party or whatever, however that looks, I think is going to like just release the floodgates in many different areas.
Right. Yeah.
You're allowed to be mad too. Like, I just want to call that out for everybody. Like, you guys, you're allowed to be mad and pissed and frustrated at the scale that it's not going down. You just can't let that frustration show up in your action line. So, if you guys know the model, there's some previous episodes on the model, but inside the Yummy Mummy experience, you learn the thought model, and the cliff notes is that your thoughts create your feelings, create your actions. And so Megan's probably having, I'm guessing, a thought like, oh, it should be down by now. Like, I've honored it 7 pounds. And then she feels frustrated. And what she used to do, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, what she used to do 5 years ago is throw in the towel because she's frustrated because it's not working. But the truth is it is working. The scale's just not showing you the reflection yet, and it will. Sometimes it just takes a couple of days to catch up. And so that's what I want to offer to her and to everybody listening, is that if you get frustrated, you are allowed to be frustrated. You just aren't allowed to throw in the towel. So that is like another great opportunity to build strength and to build emotional resilience, which is like, can I be frustrated? Can I be scared? Can I be disappointed and not act on it?
Ooh, yeah. I mean, I have been the last couple days, and I can keep doing that. I mean,
Yeah.
I have shown myself I can do that. So
Yeah.
why can't I just keep doing it? Right. I mean,
And it will make it easier for you to keep doing it if we can pan out and we can go to the end of October or the end of December. This is where the
yeah.
future self work really comes in. And we can remember the inevitability. If I just keep showing up, it will happen. Like, hands on your heart, and like, there's still probably that part of you that really, again, well-intentioned, like achiever part of you, gold star part of you that like really wants to lose these 8 pounds or 7 pounds or 10 pounds in this time frame. And it really just doesn't matter if you keep showing up and we pan out and we go to their Megan's future self and we're like, okay, it's October 31st or December 31st or whatever. It happens. All you have to do is keep showing up. And when you can like have a dialogue with your future self who's there, like, what advice does she give you? What does she tell you about where you are right now and the struggles that you're in right now?
Yeah. I mean, she definitely says, okay, if you lost the 8 pounds by July 31st, great. If you lost the 8 pounds by August 3rd, am I really going to remember those 4 days 2 weeks later? No, you know what I mean? Like, you did the thing, like you did what you said you would.
Mm-hmm.
You know, last time when you were saying like the when is none of our business, I felt like the resistance to that. Like, no, no, no. That's why I set a time frame. The when is my business. But thinking about it in that way, like, okay, 6 months from now, am I going to remember that it was 4 days earlier or 4 days later or a week earlier or a week later? No, I'm not. It doesn't matter
Mm,
because either way I did it.
yeah. Yeah.
So in that sense, like that makes the when is none of my business more palatable.
I know it's a hard one, especially for gold, if we're a gold star kid. Like,
100%.
I am, you are, right? It's like, wait, the when is my business. This is the whole point. And
Right.
it's like, what if the whole point, what if the weight loss was just a byproduct of you showing up every
Right.
day and getting coached and journaling and honoring your protocol? And it's like, that's what I want to invite you into, that energy of like just loosening the grip.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the way to get there is the pity party.
Yeah.
So, you guys, if you can't access better feeling feelings, or it feels really hard to access better thoughts, it's probably because there's like an unprocessed emotion. There is a pity party that needs to be had, and it's appropriate. And that is actually what'll move you forward, even though we are so trained to shut that shit down
Yeah.
because it's
Yeah.
champagne problems, or I shouldn't
Yeah.
be
Like,
feeling, or like, let's go,
look at your life.
It's like,
It's so good,
mhm,
or like, yeah, I mean, there's definitely been a lot of like, I guess just I've been holding everyone else's emotions so much and like really trying to focus on letting them feel theirs that I'm like, I'll get to mine later. Like,
exactly.
you know, it's such a mom thing, isn't it?
Mm.
It's such a like,
It's such a mom thing. And that's why I want to give you such a big hug, because what's so like paradoxical about that is that some of the thoughts about like, well, he's being sad, so I have to hold the space for everybody. I'm like, it's maybe not.
right.
Maybe you being sad is like the best gift you can give your kids and him.
Oh yeah, because I'm sitting here telling them it's okay, it's safe. I mean, not for me, but for you. Like,
Exactly.
yeah, it's kind of uh, hypocritical, I guess, a little bit. Like, like, yeah, you totally can cry. Like, I'm just going to be strong for you. But meanwhile, I'm telling him like it is strong to cry. Like I'm
Yes.
saying one thing and doing another. Like,
Well, of course, because of all of the conditioning and program we got on like what it looks like to be a good mom.
right.
And it's just a lie. It's just not true. And then if your daughter does see that, then that's how she's going to feel like she has to show up as a mom.
Oh yeah. Gosh, you're so right. Yeah.
That's your homework. Go have the pity party in front of your kids,
Ah,
because then they will feel like they're safe to cry and be sad now and when they're moms.
right.
Sad is not bad. Sad is not bad. Sad is so healthy and so safe and so normal. You can always go back to doing it this way, to not having the pity party. But I do want to call it out that it's so normal, and let's try it this way, because
Yeah.
you'll get the relief that you want.
Yeah. Definitely.
But yeah, have the pity party and to keep showing up and to trust that like the scale really will catch up, and we'll just keep checking in.
I'm writing it down.
And you were like, when should I have the pity party? Just like live into that question. You don't have to answer that question. Trust that if you sign up for this homework, if you take me up on this homework, and you're like, you set the intention and show your body like it is safe for me to have a pity party, I trust that when it's time, it will bubble to the surface
Right.
and it will come out like whenever. Like something like your husband won't get you the birthday card, and then your husband probably will get you a birthday card, but right, like it will bubble up to the surface, whether it's the husband doesn't get you the card, or the Disney, commercial comes on, or whatever.
Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Megan, oh, I love you. I'm so sorry.
I know. It's just, and but then this is also part of how I rationalize. I'm like, she's had a long, great life. Like, you know,
Oh, that was the other thing I wanted to say. Let's work to not talk ourselves out of our true emotions. Like that's what I do all the time. I'm like, this is irrational. You shouldn't be feeling this way. You have a
right.
great life. And it's like, yeah, but I am feeling this way. So if that's true, then I'm feeling this way. Instead of me trying to talk myself out of them because they're quote unquote irrational, the work is actually to feel them, to move towards them instead of play whack a mole and squash them down.
Right.
So I just wanted to add that part in too. It's like,
Yeah.
that's where I had the most resistance to me allowing my true feelings, is when I judged them and I thought that they weren't rational.
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
Oh my God, such a good coaching session, right? And do you guys notice that I'm not freaking out that she's not down 2 pounds or a pound or whatever? Because this is a part of the process. And this is so important that you see this. It's so important that you watch her not throw in the towel. Isn't she amazing? That's another true definition of strength, right? The tenacity, the perseverance. So many of us have such loud diet brains that, it's like if we don't see a win on the scale, we're like, screw it, and we're eating all the things. So I really want to celebrate Megan. I hope you will join me in doing that, because this deserves a gold medal over losing 3 pounds in a week. All right, you guys, I hope you'll join me in Hot Mom Summer at LauraConley/10TEN. Enter the code podcast to get your ticket for free. I'll see you inside. I love you so freaking much. I hope you have the absolute best week ever. Oh, and one more thing. Make sure you follow the Drop 8 Diaries on Instagram. To be honest, you guys, we are kind of building the plane as we go. I didn't exactly know how I wanted to roll out the Drop 8 Diaries to you. I honestly thought it would just be a podcast once a week, but you guys are eating it up. Last week, or let's see, like 3 days ago, you guys are listening to this on a Friday. A couple days ago, you guys were like, oh my God, where is the episode? I have to hear how Megan is doing. What is the status update? So I'm going to give you more up-to-date updates on Instagram. We are going to go live every 3 days, every 2 days, so that we can get more real-time check-ins with Megan, and you can really follow along and you can really implement what she is using for your own journey. I love you so much. Ciao, ciao. Have the best week ever. Oh my gosh. Love you so freaking much.